My birthday. It just to me is like the main day. Like it's the first day that I had to remember. It's just like it looks really good written down.
Into traffic.
I assume it's just
what an idiot.
Everyone feels that way about their own birthday. Like this looks great.
If I were
Exclusively.
you are. Really are.
Yeah.
But that's not, I mean, that's circumstance a lot besides.
Sure. I have to increase the women in my life biologically by a couple 100%.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's...
The blue Subaru across the intersection here first tries to run the red light and then continues to try and creep forward through the light cycle, blocking a couple different people. And then our direction gets blocked, and the driver of the gray RAV4 actually throws their hands up at me as if I was wrong.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's horrible. That's horrible. I have a question about
totally ran a red light for like no fucking reason.
rotten egg burps.
Yeah, I heard you mention that earlier, sulfur burps.
You don't have the light, fucking asshole.
I
Fuck
didn't
you.
come across that as a thing in researching this, but I mean...
That was an interesting move, Hummer. Wow.
That was it. It was just that. Nothing else happened. Just mechanic.
Correct. It was just the number 4 engine was a little slow responding, and as a result, everything went.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Everything went.
I guess that's just carried over throughout the years. A lot of objects.
I think one thing that has stuck with us from working at the call center is our absolute refusal to talk on the phone.
It's a bit hard to see, but this Honda traveling up the left turn lane gets cut off by the Amazon van. But upon closer inspection, the Amazon van looked like he was trying to go around some kind of road rage incident, as somebody walks up and smacks the back window of the car that was right in front of the van.
Like, have we actually seen gameplay, or...?
No, not a lick of gameplay.
What?
This looks like
Yeah.
Disney Dreamlight Valley, am I wrong?
It does. No, it does.
Dude, probably 21, I guess.
I don't think it was Bandai Namco.
What the heck kind of light was that?
Oh, they're good. Yeah.
Well,
that's why it looked good.
Sometimes they're good.
But that's my thing with yeah, sometimes. That's super bad.
This is a very interesting restaurant because somehow you're being a fucking idiot.
And then really just made it worse for you. They really took out the fast. They really.
Red light, idiot. What an idiot. It's faster than my GPS said.
It does. That's crazy. It smells sweet, but like, it doesn't smell like a toasted marshmallow. It smells like it smells like a candle. Exactly. Like
Really?
those McDonald's candles. No!
You try to fucking commit to
All right,
it.
here we go. Right out.
Morons.
I don't like that.
That's not the turn lane, you fucking idiot.
Dan Reichert got married at a Taco Bell, which is the saddest fucking thing I've ever heard. He got married at like their flagship.
Car accident, maybe? Or trying to get to that homeless camp? Are you fucking kidding me?
That's
What the hell?
insane.
He is wearing a...
This Cadillac makes zero attempt to stop at their red light when turning right.
In the end, it's also worth noting that other soldiers did in fact claim to see Carl's dead body, so there are a few wrinkles.
What the fuck?
This minivan just completely fails on all fronts. Firstly, blows through this yield sign, forcing the Subaru to swerve into the left lane. And then, despite having plenty of time and room, manages to still somehow cut me off getting into this left turn lane. So we reached the section of video where you get to tell me if I'm an asshole or not. First, this blue car stops a little bit short to let the bus turn, although the bus made the turn completely in their lane. But then remains like 2 car lengths behind the crosswalk, and I was kind of awkwardly blocking the guy pulling out of the driveway, and so I just decided to pull around this car and pull up to the light where I thought the sensor might actually register us. I'll let this one play out and then I'll give my commentary on the slow-mo.
See things, whatever, we always try to debunk. And then at the end of the day, there's going to be a few things that we couldn't debunk. And then task force comes through. They try to catch some evidence on tape and stuff.
Yeah, we did that. I love that.
Yeah,
I do like that because it was a great.
I take responsibility for this incident. It was some pretty poor defensive driving on my part in general. The guy in front of me slows down a little bit, hard to tell on video. I moved over into the left lane and realized that somebody was coming up in the left lane a little bit quickly. I sped up about 10 miles an hour, and then I went to quickly move back into the middle lane to get out of the fast lane, and was surprised by this truck suddenly moving over. To the truck's credit, he does use a turn signal, and I stupidly changed lanes directly into his blind spot, and so there was no way for him to see me. I don't know why I did that. I also don't know why he changed lanes immediately. There was no obstruction, there's no car in the far right lane, but ultimately it's pretty bad defensive driving on my part. I'd be curious on your thoughts on this one because I'm kind of 50-50 on it. Put on my blinker here, move over into the middle lane because I'm done passing, and then just as I'm getting into the lane, this truck puts on his blinker, and I honestly didn't see it until he was already coming over. Even if I had, I don't think there would have been time for me to adequately slow down, and he kind of just forces his way over anyway. You can see from his gesture he was not thrilled with me, so I don't know. First, we have this red Toyota cutting into the exit lane at the last second across the bullnose.
It's close by work. That was something over there.
And basically an entire additional lane of cars opens up on the bullnose as people attempt to merge in at the last second, both in front and behind me.
Yeah, he's a seriously well-trained murderer. And then at that point, Cohagen.
The gray Chevy in the right-hand lane here initially merges behind me in the left lane, but then decides to merge back in the middle lane, pull forward, and cut me off.
I mean, it's not unsolid. Do you want to get into the science of it?
In seconds, in minutes, we'll have a new atmosphere.
Sure, we could do a quick. I mean, the real reason.
This red Subaru basically does what a lot of us feel like doing when we see bus lanes and these stupid metered on-ramp lights that, when there's no traffic, really don't make any sense at all.
Yeah, I mean, I immediately give you more material.
Now.
Fucking hell.
Oh, and you're not turning there, so
These metered lights are supposed to alternate. The Porsche doesn't go when their light turns green, and instead kind of steals my turn when my light turns green.
How things come to pass, right? And then I say, did they?
They ran the air conditioner and took off. And he said, you know, he was on the plane monitoring the temperature when he realized this happened. And he said he never. He never wanted to be back on the ground more.
So he was there and he's like, oh, it's.
Find something. Whoa, dude. Fucking hell.
This guy seemed to intentionally be driving more than half on the shoulder at any given moment. At several points getting really, really close to the right-hand edge of the roadway. In hindsight, he might have been drinking. We had only been in Hawaii like an hour, and I had never driven there before, so it wasn't obviously clear if he was intoxicated or just doing it intentionally for some reason I didn't understand.
The guy in front of us is driving off the road. Holy shit.
He's still driving off the road. What the heck? Why didn't I know? Like the afternoon. It's warmer.
And just like shook my head, but then he had emboldened himself. And he went, no, I'm going for it again. And he was like, ketchup packets? And she went, sure. And we all gave him a look.
And then we all walked back to the car.
Yeah.
And left him there in an island by himself.
I was just standing.
I would surely hurt myself, but this looks like so much fun.
It's just a dog in the frickin' road. What are you doing? Get off the road, buddy.
Maui has some pretty narrow roads, but one thing I found fairly ironic was that the fastest moving vehicles on the road tended to be the largest because they sort of just expect you to get out of the way.
Jesus.
Is 7 minutes late or on time?
It'd be
I
late.
think it's late.
It is late.
It's in the damn phrase, 7 minutes late. I was 7 minutes on time.
How much eat is that?
That was zero. I'll tell you, it was about...
Okay. But I mean, it's probably... yeah, it's gotta be. Because Gex is a PlayStation powered game. And I think the Carbon Engine was also doing... I think Carbon Engine is also doing Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, which is not a PlayStation game. Yeah. So...
Good
lord.
And none of these people fucking care.
This last clip was just a bit of a personal mistake. I accidentally took quite a bit too much speed going into these sand dunes and kind of bottomed out the suspension. Probably the worst I've ever done in this thing.